So there was this dude when I was playing Rise, right? I'm playing the game with a friend of mine, you know, recently releases, we're streaming. And we start just saying some shit. And at some point, you know, my friend, and sometimes our humor's so dry that we just say things that are not true and don't laugh, right? That's just part of it. So at some point he goes like, yeah, I love the scene with Hinoa and the egg thing. And I was like, oh yeah, it was crazy. And we just pretended there was a birthing scene. That's it. We just pretended that they lay eggs in the game. And so I get a DM. This is back when my Twitter DMs were still open. And the guy DMs me and he's like, hey, I don't know if you remember, but like 2 weeks ago, you were with this other streamer on stream. And I don't know where it is in the VOD, but at some point you were describing a scenario where apparently there was like an egg laying scene. It's just like this really long message. Like he didn't need to say all these words to say this. And he's like, you know, so I played the game. I got up to, you know, this rank, whatever. I'm basically beyond endgame. And I'm just wondering, where's the scene with the eggs?
This dude really hoping for the egg laying scene. He was like, I'm gonna play this entire game so I can see the eggs. He bought it for it. Yeah, he was like, I bought the game and played all the way through the end game, and I still haven't found the egg scene. I was just wondering, like, is it an optional quest? Like, what? I was very specific desire, my dude.
He really wanted the egg scene, man. I felt so bad. I was like, man, he was so committed. My bad, dude.
It's an insane self-report.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm sure his intentions for the egg scene were incredibly pure.
Oh, I gotta find it if I have it. It was so funny. Best DM I've ever gotten.
You just really like egg laying, maybe. Wait, it just reminded me of this dude who's obsessed with like Yoshi and laying eggs too.
Oh, there's plenty. Yeah, Yoshi's a prime candidate for that.
What's the one that shoots eggs out their mouth? Birdo?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. I used to have a viewer that was like, they had like a very obvious fart fetish, but they would like try and disguise it. So they would be like, wouldn't it be so silly if like they farted right now? Haha, right guys? Haha, funny fart. And then like, you know, he would constantly be like, if he had any kind of butt emote, he would combine it with like a wind emote. So whatever he had would be farting at all times.
Of all the fetishes you could have, dude, that's gotta be like the most cuss.
Yeah.
I see a lot of it.
I love when they try to hide it, man. It's so
yeah, it's like, hello, other people. Like, you know, wouldn't it be so funny if there was
Wouldn't
a
it be so funny if they fired right now, like in my face?
Yeah. Wouldn't it be awful if there was a face fart?
On my face.
Yeah, no.
Oh my god. Here, I'm gonna read this DM out to you. I found it.
Oh no, you found it?
My magnum opus. Hi, this is gonna sound really dumb and a bit crazy, but I promise this is real. Cable, my friend that was playing with, can prove it. He has the DMs. I have no idea where I heard this, but for the longest time, I thought Monster Hunter Rise had an egg scene, a scene where a character lays an egg. I doubt you remember this, but about 3 weeks ago in Cable's chat, I asked if the scene was real. You said yes, and that it was at the end of the story / after the final mission. Believing you, I then bought Rise and have spent the past 3 weeks grinding through it. I'm now HR 104, full Valstrax armor, by the way, with the village and hub quest lines finished, and I still haven't seen anyone lay an egg. I was losing hope before this, but then Hojo, a Wyverian, mentioned being a tadpole once, and since those come from frog eggs, Hinoa and Minato laying eggs didn't seem like too much of a stretch, especially Minato since she had that weird psychic thing with Narwa. Considering Narwa's whole plan was to have kids with Ibushi and then destroy the world, a bit of egg laying by proxy didn't seem too insane. Google hasn't given me a decisive answer, and I have no idea if the egg scene is an in-joke or an actual thing, so I have to ask, is the egg scene real?
Oh my god, dude, this person had like the Always Sunny like board of like photos and twine, and was like, oh my god, someone mentioned an egg here, and this thing mentioned like breeding, and like it must be like they've convinced themselves it's real.
Oh, it's so funny. Oh my god.
That's a beautiful DM. I love that one.
That is a whole. That's like one of those ones you print out and frame.
Yeah. I put it on screen and everything. Oh.
Download Monster Hunter.
He said, yeah, he bought it and when he was grinding to HR 104 just to figure it out. He seems like a pretty chill guy. He seems pretty nice. He's just like, are there eggs in it though? I just want to know.
I think the worst DM I've ever gotten actually was presumably some dude shooting a shot. I think it like went to a few people, but it was essentially this guy was like, hey, do you want to make a more intimate connection with your community? Kind of like starting vibes, and I'm like, oh no.
Intimate
And they're like,
is one of those words.
and then it talks about the reviews from other people, and it's like, I've never felt so connected to my community in my life, and I'm like starting to get very suspicious. And then it's like, we know about all of the inconveniences that traditional like molds can have when making these devices. And then it's like, so we've devised a method where all we need is some pictures from you.
Yeah, wow, that's revolutionary. Sign me up.
So they were just trying to find out your IRL face or whatever?
Connect to your community with your butthole pics. They'll really understand the inner beauty.
Yeah, think worse, Strippin. Is essentially this person was like, you know, we know how molds are like gross and messy when you're making these intimate devices for your consumers, for your
okay, I get it now.
Just send us some pictures of your intimate parts and we'll make one easy peasy. It was
Damn.
like, okay.
Send him a picture of a sandwich.
Yeah.
Will this suffice?